spring months, dozens of people come to New York City from all over America to take part in something that is almost ritualistic in nature, to become a Carney at Coney Island. These men and women leave their families behind in Detroit or Philadelphia and travel to a place they truly consider magical to keep a tradition alive for future generations of New Yorkers. They work the go-karts, the cyclone, the wonder wheel, the freak show, all of them with pride, in order to try to create a feeling, no matter how ephemeral, that you're a child once more and that the only thing that matters is that you have the correct number of tickets to get that cigar-smoking pit bull that you've been eyeing in the window. All of this is gone now, however. Walking down Coney Island is like walking through a ghost town. Whatever is not boarded up is run down and dingy. It no longer looks like dreamland and instead is all the makings of a nightmare. All this is because of Thor Equities. When Mayor Bloomberg had decided to show interest in renewing Coney Island, nobody thought that it would come down to what is happening there today. Bloomberg's grand plans for the neighborhood became a disaster when the area started getting bought up by a real estate company called Thor Equities. Joseph Sitt, the mastermind behind the real estate monster, began buying up the area around the amusement parks in 2005. His plans for the space included a Bellagio-style hotel and skyscraping resident towers. When the city stepped in to try to take control of the situation, Bloomberg and Thor came to a compromise. Unfortunately, this compromise did not work out to benefit the parks themselves. The city and Thor decided to build 4 30-story residential towers that would cast a shadow all over the park space and actually block the view of the historic Wonder Wheel. The amusement area would also be limited to 12 acres, most of which are already occupied by the Wonder Wheel and the Cyclone. The third problem is that by building all this, they also build up incentive for the city to destroy certain historic buildings, such as the Coney Island Bank and Nathan's, that would technically be in the way of the plans. The final problem, however, is what happens to the Carneys themselves. What happens to the people who dedicated their lives to traveling every summer to the shores of Coney Island and working the same arcades and games they've always worked?
And they're putting that big old park over there, tearing everything down, the old stuff down. All the old guys are gone now.
Yeah.
And they're gonna. This next year, none of us are going to be here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a shame. Coney Island's not going to be the same no more.
Dave recognizes that the battle between big business and city agenda leaves the little man to fend for himself. Carneys lose their jobs, and the visitors of Coney Island lose the experiences they had amassed over a lifetime of visiting the parks, first as children and then with their own in tow.
It's a shame. It's really a shame because this is a landmark, you know. People come here to Nathan's, the Cyclone, the Wonder Wheel. You know, they see the same people working here every year, and we're all going to be gone.
Although Astroland itself had opened in early spring of 2010, the official grand opening of the new Luna Park will commence on May 29th. The new Luna Park is said to include 19 new attractions and will be designed by Central Amusement International LLC. As you can see, however, the promise of a grand park by May 29th does not appear to be a reality. Grand construction is still going on around the Wonder Wheel, and progress does not seem to be made. No matter what happens, however, one thing is for sure. Dave, along with the remaining Carneys, does not expect to be here next year. He expects Thor Equities and the city to have thrown him out to make room for the new and improved Coney Island. A picture that is so far into the future that it physically removes all vestiges of the past.
Big business. Big business
Yeah.
gets it all. Us poor people won't.
Yeah.
You know, we're just trying to make a living. That's all we're trying to do. Like that gentleman right there, he's been out here for years.
Yeah.
You know, what is he gonna do? I understand we're Carneys. You know, people don't really care about us, but yeah, we got families. We have feelings. You know, it's sad. You know, because people say, "Oh, that Carney's no good." You know.
The Carney represents a culture that is integral to the environment of a carnival or amusement park. Their seemingly nomadic ways add to the gypsy atmosphere of Coney Island. Without them, the new Luna Park will lack that old world charm that made the original Luna Park so mesmerizing. Without the Carney, Luna Park will be just that, another old amusement park.